In a startling development, Jennifer Hudson is said to have thrown Com out of her house by showing him the door. There are many speculations that their split occurred quickly once Common's dubious interest in Jennifer's wealth surfaced. But hold on, there's more drama to this story. Rumor has it that Jennifer didn't simply say goodbye to Common. She filed a lawsuit against him for allegedly stealing her hard-earned money, even though Common had made public declarations of love and a desire for a lifetime commitment. Jennifer saw through the facade and knew Common for what he really was: a smooth-talking charmer who has a knack for shattering hearts. You can determine Common's personality by looking at his dating history. Here's a look back at Common's past relationships. Common and Kim Jones were together until 1998, and they had a daughter named Omoya Asada Lin. However, they broke up when the girl was just a year old in 2019. He revealed in his memoir, Let Love Have the Last Word, that he recently discovered Omo had felt he didn't make an effort to be involved in her life. He acknowledged that these feelings could have resulted from the difficulties surrounding his breakup with Jones. It's the usual tale of two parents divorcing, especially when they're young. He told people that love is evident, but that sometimes I wasn't able to have as much access, and without that, we couldn't have the strongest relationship. Singer-songwriter Erykah Badu dated Common from 2000 to 2002. During their time together, the two worked on a few songs together, such as Love of My Life and Obday to Hip Hop, on Badu's 2003 album Worldwide Underground, and Jimmy was a rock star on Common's 2002 album Electric Circus. Decades after their breakup, Common opened up to the public about their relationship, describing Badu as his first love. When we split, I was 27 or 28, I was in a haze just going through the motions, it was hard to eat, adding that it wasn't her fault. The relationship just didn't work out. In 2019, the former couple met up at the Black Girls Rock Awards and shared the stage for a performance in 2005 Common date actress Taraji P. Henson, but they mostly kept their relationship private for a number of years after they split. Henson talked candidly about their relationship, describing it as the last genuine long-term relationship she had. The actress also revealed that her son Marcel, who was around 11 years old when she dated Common, was upset when they split up after hearing Henson's remarks. In 2013, Common called his ex a good woman on a Sirius XM radio show. Henson posted a link to Common's single testimony on Twitter to show her support for her ex, Common and legendary tennis. Serena Williams dated between 2007 and 2010 and 2015. Common discussed their relationship on the Meredith Vieira show, Not Every Ex-Girlfriend. And I are still friends, but with some, he said, we got a great understanding and I care about her as a person. It's not like every other person you talk to every other day, but you still have that respect. You have love for them and want to see them do well. Well, the former couple have reunited professionally over the years. In 2016, Williams and Common discussed racism in tennis during the ESPN special The Undefeated In-Depth Serena with Common, while in 2018, they appeared together at an event hosted by Creative Minds Talks. Commentated political analyst Angela Rye, the principal and CEO of political advocacy firm Impact Strategies. From 2017 to 2018, they made their red carpet debut at the Creative Arts Emmys in September 2017 after being linked romantically for a number of weeks. However, people reported in March 2018 that the couple had split in Rye's podcast on One With. Angela Rye, she said that they wanted different things. We had been talking probably for 2 months about let's see where things go, because I'm leaning towards I want kids, and he was leaning towards I don't know. She explained, and I think when somebody tells you they don't know, they don't really want that. They just don't want to hurt you. Then Common dated Tiffany Haddish Common, and Tiffany Haddish first met when they co-starred in the movie The Kitchen in 2019. However, their relationship was platonic. At first, our friendship wasn't anything sexual or anything like that, because my eyes were set on something else. Peach told Stio on an episode of his podcast, Stowe's Wild Ride. But this relation also didn't work for Common amidst the social media frenzy. Painting is frequently done in a positive way. Yet beneath the glossy exterior lies the truth. Common's mastery over his relationships isn't as straightforward as it seems. He's always held the reins dictating when to start, and how it all concludes. Common reputation precedes him. He's adept at using others for his own gain. But this time, when he took the bold step of proposing marriage to Jennifer Hudson, I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart, she loves God, she has something real down to earth about her. She's talented, but But I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an OT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I said my stand, she had to get her own talk show. Oh, okay, the tables turned. Not only did Jennifer reject his advances, but she also showed him the door swiftly and decisively, removing him from her life. She's allegedly made it clear that she's not about to spend her life with a man who's been eyeing up her bank account. And let's just say Common didn't take the rejection too well. Reports suggest he's feeling more than a little disappointed, especially considering he's used to being the one doing the rejecting. But this time around, it seems like the tables have turned and Jennifer is not pulling. Any punches could it be that Jennifer Hudson is the karma that Common never saw coming? Allow me to provide everyone with a bit of background regarding how we arrived at this juncture. Their first dating rumors surfaced in 2022 when they worked together on the movie Breathe. During that time, they were seen dining together multiple times, and some witnesses described them as flirtatious and cuddly, with lots of snuggling and laughing. Jennifer Hudson denied the dating rumors by claiming that people were making up stories and creating their own stories, but a close insider later confirmed to Radar Online that they were definitely in a relationship. They had known each other for years when they were filming in Philadelphia over the summer, and as the days of filming came to an end, they would always find a way to support one another. The rumors grew more intense when Common traveled all the way to London for the premiere of the musical A Strange Loop, in which Jennifer Hudson played a leading role. A source who spoke to the Daily Mail claimed that Jennifer and Common have been attempting to keep their relationship low profile. There has been conjecture for months about whether or not they are together, but the fact that they traveled all the way to London together simply proves that they are very much an item. They arrived at the show separately to avoid any commotion, but away from prying eyes, and they were very much in each other's company. From appearances, they appeared ready to announce their relationship status to the world, but Jennifer remained unsure, needing more time to decide if this was the right scenario for her. It wasn't until January of this year that they both ended the ambiguity and verified everything on Jennifer's talk show. Since I'm a host, I must ask you this since people are often curious about your relationship status. Claps. Anyone, so yes. And I'm in a relationship with one of the most beautiful people I've ever met. She's intelligent, she loves God, and she has a genuine down-to-earth quality about her. Well, what about you? How is your love life? I'm dating too, and I'm really happy. Are you happy in your relationship? Yes, this is a happy place for me. Seeing her happy makes me very happy, so I'm very grateful and thank God every single day. I'm just letting God lead this relationship, and I love that you use the phrase happy place. But really, it's one of those things where I can find happiness. It is true that God is involved. Following this interview, many presumed they would now openly exhibit more of their relationship since they essentially validated it. Nevertheless, there were also individuals who believed Jennifer was potentially making a significant error due to Common's turbulent history with other women, including Erykah Badu, Taji B. Henson, and Serena Williams, resulting in tumultuous breakups. However, it wasn't until he became involved with Angela Ray that we glimpsed the extent of his issues. Says the work he's doing on himself will help him fulfill a lifelong dream. And you write a lot about you want to be a husband one day. You have a rather famous relationship. Coach, oh yeah, that yes. Michelle Obama, she has definitely helped talk me through just certain moments of relationships. We had conversations and she has given me a lot of wisdom. But one great thing that she told me as I was going through this journey was that you have to understand you're not going to get anybody that's perfect because you're not perfect. So understand that there are some certain things that you will compromise and choosing that partner, but as long as the values that are most important to you, that person, marks off on that list, then you good. She gave some good advice there. Good the fact that it required Michelle Obama to counsel him on such fundamental matters at his mature age is a glaring warning sign in itself. I mean, there's no shame in learning yet at this stage in life. A man with a lengthy history of relationships, as per Angela's account, had to put an end to playing games and commit to seriousness. But every time she would try and talk about it, he would push back and change. The top I see is clear as day. He was not interested in fully committing to her. We just wanted different things. We had been talking for about 2 months about, let's see where things go, because I'm leaning towards wanting kids. And he was leaning towards, I don't know if I want to have kids. So I said, I don't know what else there is to talk about. He subsequently maneuvered himself into another relationship with Tiffany. Haddish, after portraying love interests in the film The Kitchen, similar to Angela, he led Tiffany to believe they had a future together. However, when she began taking their relationship seriously, he once again withdrew. Tiffany retaliated against Common and revealed his deception regarding the breakup, contradicting his claim that it was mutual. She asserted it was more akin to him stating, "I think this relationship has run its course," and I was like, okay, like you're going to be a year-old, single man. As everyone can see, there were clear warning signs, but Jennifer Hudson was too preoccupied with Common to notice them. However, it appears that she is finally starting to realize the issue, as there are claims that he proposed to her and she turned him down, according to a source, who told Radar Online that she was still damaged from her previous relationship with her ex-husband, and that his well-known reputation as a player was another factor making her reluctant to get married. According to the source, after her engagement ended badly, Jennifer was certain that marriage was not in her future. However, Carmen entered her life and completely changed her mind. For those who are curious about the specific events in her relationship with her ex-husband David that led her to make the decision to never get married again, get ready for a tumultuous story about how the man caused her great suffering. In addition to Common's dubious past relationships with women, sources claim that Jennifer's toxic dynamic with David is another important factor that contributed to her reluctance to marry him. Jennifer and David became engaged in 2008 and had a son a year later. But after almost 10 years together, Jennifer decided to end the relationship because of David's physical abuse of her. In addition to the physical harm, he also disparaged her to their son and tried to paint Jennifer as unfaithful when it was actually him at one point. He even forced their son to spy on Jennifer and report her daily activities because he suspected her of infidelity. Carmen took her rejection of the proposal seriously, and he objected angrily, trying to convince her that he had changed and would not treat her badly like he had treated others. However, Jennifer is not changing her mind and is still opposed to marriage. It's interesting that he left all the women because he wasn't ready to commit, but when he finds someone he wants to commit to, even going so far as to get down on one knee to propose, the answer is usually a resounding no. Carmen tells Jen that, even though he's in the relationship for keeps, but Jen felt that way when she was engaged for 9 years and she doesn't want to end up with a broken marriage and be back at square one. I don't know about you all, but it's beginning to look a lot like karma. As usual, people have formed their own opinions and thoughts about this. For example, one person said that Jennifer Hudson is on a much higher spiritual level than most people, and that she knows it, and that karma is real. Another person said that Jennifer made the right decision because she has been through a lot and is now advanced in life. It doesn't seem like Carmen stays in relationships for long anyway, and there's no need to risk her happiness or accomplishments for something that might only be temporary. An energy vampire is one of its common spots. Although Jennifer discovered this in time, I would like to know what you all think about Jennifer rejecting Carmen and whether you believe it will result in their permanent breakup. Ben knew what to do. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other extremely messy video.